If you're struggling to sleep at night and you can't actually fall asleep because you're too restless, I'm going to give you some tips to allow your night's sleep to be 10 times better so you can wake up in the morning, actually want to attack the day, get in amazing shape and feel like an absolute man. The one thing you can change your life that is going to allow you to get in amazing shape, live in a place like, look at this view, live in a place that you absolutely love because you build the business that you've actually wanted to create, is getting enough sleep. Honestly, if you're not getting enough sleep, your cognitive function is not going to be the same, your energy is not going to be the same, your recovery is not going to be the same. And if you apply this to the main principles of life, which is building an empire, at the end of the day, we all want to build a bigger and bigger life. We all want to get better as a man, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. And the second thing is actually getting in better shape, feeling better about your body, actually having good recovery, feeling like you wake up and you want to get it. That includes, like, if you're working a job or you're building a business, you want to have good cognitive function. You want to be able to get that and attack it. You want to be able to get to the top of the business that you're working with, like build the business that you're working on, or actually scale the job that you're working in and actually become a better man, not just stay in the same position that you're at all the time. And to get out your comfort zone, one of the best things to do is sleep better. It sounds random, it sounds like a load of BS and fugazi, but genuinely, if you become the person that is amazing at sleep and prioritizes sleep, your whole life will follow. It's easier to go do a workout when you have lots of energy. It's easier to not cheat on your diet when you have lots of energy and you're feeling good. It's easier to spend more time working on the business or really actually putting the effort in your job that you want to put in if you have more energy. And energy, it comes from good sleep. So I'm going to show you exactly how to improve your REM sleep, improve your deep sleep, get to sleep quicker and wake up feeling 10 times better. And if you can't spend 5 minutes to watch a quick video on how to improve your life massively simply through sleep, then there's no hope and you might as well just click off now. But if you actually want to spend the next 5 minutes to actually change your life, to sleep better and to feel better as a person, better as a man, then I'm about to show you the exact hacks that help me get in amazing shape, build a business and start living a life I'm more proud of. So there's 5 key points to optimize your sleep and change your life basically. And each point is as important as the other. And if you do all 5 together, you're basically guaranteeing yourself the best night of sleep. If we check, I will put my REM sleep and deep sleep stats up from the other night on the screen now, so you can have evidence that my deep sleep is good. We even helped Siggy go from like an hour or so, or like 50 something minutes of REM sleep to about an hour and a half of REM sleep with the exact same amount of time of sleep. And this is going to have a dramatic effect on the way you feel instantly in the morning. You're going to wake up and it's like that whole foggy feeling where you get up and it's like you get out and you're like, oh my days, like I got to get up today. You're going to want to get up. You're going to want to get after it. It's even going to help you with stuff like your testosterone, your metabolism, your training. In general, it's probably going to be one of the major things that you're going to find is changes your life. And there's a big hustle culture at the moment of like, the more sleep you get, the weaker you are, basically. Like, get up, don't sleep. Like, there's no time, there's no money in sleeping, or there's no time for sleeping. You need to be training, you need to be working, you need to be like getting out after life. The only way to get out and enjoy your life is by sleeping enough. So the first thing you need to do is master your light exposure. And this breaks down to a few smaller things. What you do in the morning and what you do in the evening. So the first thing to do is actually focus on the morning. If you can get your circadian rhythm into a good structure, you're going to set yourself up to go to sleep at a better time. So the way you can do this is by mastering your light exposure in the morning. And this simply means when you get up, going out for a walk or doing something to get yourself in the natural sunlight. And what this is going to do is it's going to activate your circadian rhythm. It's going to activate your body basically being up and starting the morning process, which is going to mean that when it comes to the evening, you're going to have gone through the process of actually being up, having the light exposure. Your body's saying, okay, I'm awake now. So it's going to be tired at the time it should be tired. I know it's a very basic way of saying it, but that's literally it. If you get up in the morning and do 30 minutes or even 15 minutes of light exposure going for a walk outside, you will regulate your circadian rhythm, which is going to help you then fall asleep in the evening and have more structure to your wake up and sleep times. The second part of that is what you do before you go to sleep. So the more blue light you have in your eyes before you go to sleep, the harder it is to sleep. Blue light is what signals to your body that you need to be awake. It's what signals to your body that you're in the sunlight, that it's daytime. This is the time you should be awake and doing stuff to survive, to keep yourself alive, to live as a human. But the problem is we now have access to blue light like we never used to have as cavemen. We couldn't just hop on our phone as a caveman and get access to the blue light. If it was sunny, we could get blue light. If it wasn't sunny, we couldn't get blue light. that was literally it. It was like not possible to actually access that blue light except actually during the daytime, which meant our circadian rhythm was just naturally tied to the environment around us because we had no artificial environment. Where now we have so many artificial environments and pretty much all of our technology is emitting blue light. And if you're consuming that even 2 hours before you go to sleep, you're signaling to your body that it's still time to stay awake. It's still daytime. Like, don't go to sleep yet. Like, it's not nighttime yet. And one way that, for example, affects you is melatonin is the chemical in your body that allows you to fall asleep. Blue light actually stops your body from producing that melatonin. And then when you stop having that blue light, your body will start producing more of that melatonin, which is going to make you more and more tired. So by having blue light even 15 minutes before you go to sleep, you're not allowing your body to build up with that melatonin. And that's why you're going to feel so restless in your bed, because your body's not actually prepared to go to sleep. So the biggest thing is when you wake up, expose yourself to natural blue light, get outside in the sun. That's going to help you regulate your circadian rhythm. And then before you go to bed, ideally 90 minutes, or if you can do more, even better, but 90 minutes is block out the blue light. And there's a few ways you could do that. If you need to use your technology before the night, what you can do is you can turn on night shift. All Apple products have night shift, and it just like massively reduces the amount of blue light that's coming out of your screens. You can put a black and white filter on your iPhone. And that just means that all of the colors coming out of your phone just in black and white. And then also what you can also do is wear blue light, blocking like glasses, basically. If you're watching films or you're hanging out with friends and you're watching stuff on the TV screen or whatever. And that means you can still work, or you can still watch TV, or you can still do whatever you're doing in the evening, but you're not going to be consuming that blue light, so you can wake up and actually fucking hit the day like an animal instead of waking up half tired because you didn't get a good night's sleep. The second key thing, which massively links into the last one, is anchoring your sleep and wake up times. And this doesn't necessarily mean setting an alarm, going to bed at this exact time, but it does mean having similar routines with it. An example of this is you go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 7 a.m. That gives you perfect 9 hours of sleep. And when you get in that rhythm of going to bed at 10 p.m., waking up at 7 a.m., by the time it starts to get to 9:30, your body's already going to be shutting down because it's in that routine. It's used to doing that. As cavemen, unless there was something dangerous going on, we would all have our natural wake up and sleep times. Some people would go to sleep at 7 p.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. And some people would go to bed at 12 p.m. and wake up at 10 a.m. And that's because the way that we're built is to have it as a minimum amount of time possible where the tribe was unprotected. So everyone has naturally different sleeping patterns, naturally different sleeping times, because let's say we all fell asleep at 10 p.m. and woke up at 7 a.m. There'd be a huge window when no one in the tribe would be awake. So we'd be at most risk from getting attacked by animals. So if you can, and it's not possible for everyone because some people are working and running a business and doing those sort of things. If you can, figure out what time generally works best for you in terms of going to bed. It might be that 1 p.m. at night is the best for you, and then actually getting up later at like 10 a.m. is better for you. And as long as you're productive in the evening, I mean, obviously not using your blue light right in the evening, but as long as you're actually getting stuff done and you're working productive and you're moving forward your life, that is fine. I have nothing against that. Loads of people say you have to get up at 5 a.m. I actually don't believe that. I believe you need to follow a routine that works for you, but you do need to follow some sort of routine. This all just comes down to the fact that irregular sleeping patterns and sleeping routines, they destroy your sleep cycle. They stop you from getting good deep sleep, good REM sleep. But if you have strong sleeping patterns, for example, you know you're going to go to bed at 10 p.m. and you've done it for 2 weeks. Towards you going to bed at 10 p.m., your body will start building up with melatonin because that's when it's used to going to sleep. It will prepare to go to sleep at that time. So the more you allow your body to know what time it's going to go to sleep and wake up, the more it can be prepared. And one really good sign of this is you'll wake up in the morning with no alarm. You just wake up at the time you get up. I tend to wake up at around 8:30 naturally. I've done it for a long time. I mix between around 7:30 to 8:30. Like, you don't need your sleeping routine to be too specific. Like, I leave 1 hour gap. So like, let's say I want to go to bed randomly like 10 again, I would say 10 to 11. And it is better the more accurate you can have it, but it just gets harder and harder the more precise you try and get. I know some of my mates, they'll be like 10:30, that's my sleep cuts off. I never go to bed before then. But then you're going to like not feel good about yourself and feel more restless at night if you know you've gone to bed later than that, because you're going to be thinking, oh, why am I in bed so late? So you can be a bit more casual about it. and just like get to sleep reasonably around a similar time. And now I don't have to really set an alarm because I tend to just get up around that time and go to sleep around that time because it's what I'm used to and it's in the pattern I'm in. And that's why my sleep is so deep and I get good REM sleep. And I wake up feeling really good and I have a lot of energy. Number 3, and I hope this is an obvious one, but I feel like a lot of people don't do this, is you need to wind down your nervous system. Like 90% of people aren't doing this, and I believe it's the most obvious. It's like the one that screams at people the most. It's the fucking elephant in the room when it comes to sleep. Avoid stuff like intense training, caffeine, high stimulus like activities at least 4 hours before you go to bed. Like you doing some sort of really intense training, and that might not be possible for everyone. You might have to get a workout in at 7 p.m. when you're going to go to sleep at 10 because of work, but just try and limit it as much as possible. And this is like one for video games. It's why a lot of people, if you play video games, it's super hard to sleep at night and they end up going to bed so late and they're like, why can't I fall asleep? I've got sleep apnea. I'm a really bad sleeper. No, you're just playing Call of Duty until 12 p.m. Your brain is absolutely dialed in. It feels like it's in a gunfight. Like your body finds it hard to, distance itself from what's reality and what's online, because that's not what we're meant for. We weren't meant for this digital world. So our brains don't actually really massively see the difference. So like you've just felt like you're in this whole thing. You've been fighting other people. You've been stimulated to win at this game. And now you're trying to go to sleep. Like, of course you're not going to sleep well. One, you've been consuming tons of blue light. You're like going to bed at completely different times every day. And then also you're doing the third thing. You're doing the opposite of the third thing, which is you're doing a high stimulus activity, which is why people playing video games so late. The 3 steps I just told you to do, it goes against all 3 of them. Instead of doing these really high intense things, read a book, do some journaling. You could even watch something on your laptop. Just make sure you got your blue light filters on and it's something relaxing, not something super high stimulating. Do whatever you feel like you need to do to wind down. Like sometimes I even do NSDR, which is non-sleep deep rest. It just puts me in a state before sleep where I'm not sleeping yet, but I'm in this really relaxed, calm state where I start to forget my thoughts and I start to like really get in this state of relaxation so that when I actually do go to sleep, I can actually get deep sleep. And this can be really good if you're someone that trains late in the evening, because let's say you train from 7 till 9. When you get back at 9 o'clock, you want to put yourself, if you're going to go to sleep at 10:30, you want to put yourself in the deep sleep as quick as possible, because if you don't have much time, you get back at 9, you have to eat at 9, and in like 9:30 by the time you've eaten, and 1 hour you're going to go to sleep. The food's probably not going to be fully digested by you go to sleep, and your brain's going to be super stimulated. So it's like, okay, well, we haven't got any other choice. We need to go to sleep at this time because you're working, you need to get up early, and you need to get the workout in. Obviously, what can we do to make this as best possible for the situation? We can block blue light, like I've mentioned before, and then we can also start to wind down the nervous system, and you can do NSDR and just start really relaxing. It's a super quick way to put yourself in a parasympathetic mode. So it's basically just helping you get in that relaxation state quicker. So it's not always about getting everything perfect, guys. It's about doing what you can as best as you can with like the potential that you have, like with what you have. Like if you finish your workout late, okay, I'm not totally screwed. What out of these steps can I use to the best of my ability to allow myself to get the best sleep? Yeah, I might not be able to not do intense stuff 4 hours before I go to sleep, but can I start winding down my nervous system in other ways? Yes, I can. I can read a book. I could do NSDR. I can start actually doing like a warm shower. I can do a warm bath. Like I can start relaxing. Number 4 is optimize your sleep environment. This includes the 3 main things. Number 1 is low temperature. A lot of people have their rooms super warm, super hot, and that's actually not good for sleeping. What is best actually is if the outside is really, really cold and then you're under a cover, which is warm, and then your head's a bit cold as well. That's going to be what's ideal and optimized for you to get deep sleep. And that's where you're actually going to feel most comfortable when you go to sleep. It might take a bit of getting used to if you're used to having your room really warm, but come on guys, like it's not hard. Man up, put your room on cold, get it cold, open a window, do what you need to do. Go to bed. Yeah, you might be a little bit cold when you go to bed, but you are going to sleep 10 times better. Second thing is make sure it's either pitch black. And if it's not pitch black, which for me, most of my rooms aren't pitch black. My room, my house isn't pitch black. The villa I'm staying in at the moment is not pitch black at all. I just wear sleep mask. A sleep mask is going to guarantee that it's pitch black. And once you get used to it, it's something you can just take everywhere with you and just guarantee that no matter where you are, you're going to be sleeping in the pitch black. And sleeping in the pitch black has been scientifically proven massively to help you actually get deeper sleep. Even a really tiny light in your room, just a small light, is going to massively disrupt your sleep. And the third part is noise. So that can be done by white noise. You can have a really, not really loud, but you can have a white noise device or put it on your phone or whatever it is in your room. That's what I used to do, like raindrops, white noise, like any sort of thing that is a constant sound. And you can use that to block out other sounds. Or you can just wear earplugs, which is what I'm doing at the moment. It's easy to travel with, just like the eye mask. It's up to you. Just try it out, see what you like best. The last thing, the fifth thing, is your meal timing and your supplements. So if you can, try not to eat 2 to 3 hours before bed. If that's not possible, then give yourself as long as possible before you go to sleep to eat. So if you can't do 2 to 3 hours, try and do an hour. If you can't do an hour, try and do 45 minutes. What you don't want to do is just eat and then straight away go to sleep, because your body's going to be in the max digestion state. And when you're sleeping, what your body wants to do is shut down a lot of its organs, shut down a lot of the body, so you can go into that deep sleep, so you can go into actual relaxation state. And if you've just eaten just before you go to bed and you're full, you're going to struggle to really get in the REM and deep sleep, which is where a lot of the positives happen. A big thing that I forgot to mention that I should have said at the beginning is that the reason why I talk about REM and deep sleep so much is if you don't get enough REM and deep sleep, you basically get these toxins, which are these proteins, like one of them is called like TIA proteins, that build up in your brain, and beta proteins or something along that lines, and they build up in your brain. And what happens is when they build up in your brain, you start to get poor cognitive function, poor athletic performance, your recovery reduces, your future pacing reduces. If you ever see those videos or like on movies or even in person, or like you might be one of them, or like guys at their desk and they're like, oh, and they're just getting their work done, or like you're at your desk and your shoulders are hunched over, your back's are hunched over, you got the neck forward thing, and you're just like typing away. You look fucking awful and you're just like not feeling good. You don't feel loose. You don't feel light. And like, or going to work out, the thought of it is just like, oh my days. That's because you're having all these toxins build up in your brain, and they continue to stack and they get worse and worse. And the only way you get rid of them is when you're in this deep sleep state, when you're actually in like this recovery basically state within your sleep. And when you're in that, which is when you're in deep or REM sleep, you start to get rid of these toxins, your body processes them, and the more of them you get out, the better you basically feel when you wake up. So to get back into it, your mealtime is so important. Try and eat as far away from when you go to sleep as possible. The second thing is actually you can take some supplements that are going to massively help you sleep, and it takes about 5 seconds extra every day to take these. The first one is magnesium glycinate, and this one I really like. I'm a massive fan, you could say, of magnesium glycinate. It builds up in your system, it like stacks in your system, so it starts to work better and better and better. And then you do need to take a break off it, I say, after about 6 months. But magnesium glycinate is really good. You don't have to take it in the evening as well. It's a misconception. Everyone takes magnesium glycinate in the evening because it helps with sleep, so they feel like they need to take it before they sleep. It's not true. You can take it with all your other supplements in the morning. Another thing that I find really useful, so basic, is just sleep tea. And the reason why I like sleep tea is I don't put it with much water, because obviously you don't want to be waking up and go for a piss, especially if you're a guy. I feel like it's more common. But if you have sleep tea, I find it, the way I used to use sleep tea, and I still do now, is you basically have it as this thing that you have at the end of the day. And one, it's normally going to have a lot of stuff like, firstly, it's normally going to have a lot of things that do help you sleep. Obviously, it's probably not going to have enough of them in there to really massively impact you, depending on how good quality of sleep tea it is. You can find different brands, they will have different things in them, but really they're kind of all roughly the same ingredients. You can have a look. If you want me to talk more about sleep tea, you can pop it in the comments or something and I'll reply to you, but I don't want to go into too much detail on here. But one of the main reasons I find it so good is, one, it's got a lot of ingredients that help you sleep, but also you can use it as a thing. You can always use it as a supplement that helps you unwind as well. So like whenever I drink sleep tea, I won't do anything else. I'll just sit on the sofa or sit like in my bed, and all I'll be doing is drinking the sleep tea. And it just allows me to have some time to not be doing anything, not be working, not be reading, not be trying to relax, not be doing NSDR, literally just sipping tea. And that massively helps me unwind, which is why I think actually sleep tea is such a good one to start having in your like evening supplement routine, if you have one. And then the last thing is something you need to fucking avoid, and it's alcohol. Alcohol completely destroys your REM sleep. It fragments your whole sleep cycle. It's going to make it harder for you to sleep, and it's also going to make your sleep less effective. So a big one is avoid alcohol. If you want me to do a video on that, you can also put that in the comments. If you found this video useful though, hit the subscribe. And if you want to be more motivated to actually do these things that I've told you, more motivated to follow stuff like your workout plan, your nutrition plan, your supplement plan, to actually get good sleep, to go and attack your goals, go watch my video, The Neuroscience of Motivation, Rewire Your Brain, Reclaim Your Life. Honestly, I break down actually how motivation works, the chemicals in your body, or how motivation works. Not just like, be more motivated, do this. Like, actually, what is happening in your body that causes you to be motivated or unmotivated? And this is going to literally change your life forever. I've had people watch this. I think it's only got 75 views. 75 views. And I've had more than 10 people message me saying that that video changed my life. I don't know how it's not got more views. And it's really, really scientific. And there's a lot of evidence in there and a lot of stuff in there that I believe can change your life. It's changed mine. I've won a bodybuilding competition, boxing match. I've run my own business, ran a marathon, ran an ultra marathon, and I really think it's down to me understanding my brain. So go watch the video, The Neuroscience of Motivation, Rewire Your Brain, Reclaim Your Life. I'll put like the thing at the end of the screen here for you to go watch it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.